Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Steven back with another video. Today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my draft crushes in the entire NFL draft. These are the guys. If my Bengals or if I was drafting, I would draft these guys in a heartbeat. It wouldn't even be a question. I think these guys are future superstars. I think they're going to be top 5, top 10 at their position. Before we get into the video, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn those post notifications on. And let's jump into the video. Cue the intro.
My ex-bitch said that I'm a dub, I called that bitch a clown. Girl, you was supposed to have my heart, but girl, you knocked it down. Bro stuck inside the den, cause we can't put our pistol down. Caught him on that block, he tried run when shots hit the ground. Retaliation for my brothers, it just won't stop. We dressing up a picture that they turned to mugshot. We love Shosha in his body, know them slugs high. His mama told him he gon' pay if he stand on that block. Call my Glock a rapper, that bitch spin rounds. Remo put a switch up on that Glock, it jump around.
Where you at,
like times where I don't love myself, it bring me down. Oh yeah, we young and dumb, we used to fight and now we blinking niggas down. We do this shit for real, we young and dumb, hopped in that field. Shooting shit for real, he take action.
The first guy I have on my list is Kyle Hamilton. I've been a fan of Kyle Hamilton since 2020. This is, to me, the best player in the entire draft class. He is number one on my draft board ahead of everyone. Kyle Hamilton to me is a generational talent. You don't see many guys like him. He is such a versatile weapon on the defense. You can obviously play him at safety. You can play him at, you can even play him as your number one corner, your slot corner, your second corner. You can even play him at linebacker. He is everywhere around the field. And when I see Kyle Hamilton, I see Jamal Adams a little bit, because Jamal Adams is another guy that can do a little bit of everything. He might not be able to play corner as well, but he can definitely, be that, box safety for you, who can stop the run. He reminds me of Jamal Adams a little bit. I think Kyle Hamilton is going to be top 5 safety for the next 15 years. I believe in his abilities that much. And I know it's a lot of people that's like skeptical about Kyle Hamilton and all, but I see no red flags in Kyle Hamilton, in my opinion. Like, he is that great of a prospect. And I'm a guy that I feel like he should go number 1 overall. I know you shouldn't take a safety number 1, but he's more than a safety. He's going to, like, if I was building a defense right now, Kyle Hamilton would be one of the guys I would want on my defense. Like, I feel like any team that grabs him, if they know exactly how to use Kyle Hamilton would be great for whatever team he goes to. Now, he's falling on some people's draft boards, but not me. Like, I still have him as number 1. Going into the draft next week, he will still be the number 1 guy. I feel like he should go number 1 overall. But, as a safety, he won't. But he should not go past the 5th pick in this draft, because if he keeps falling, he's going to be one of the steals of the draft, in my opinion. As a Bengals fan, I would love to have Kyle Hamilton, because, we haven't extended Jesse Bates yet. I mean, he's asking for $20 million. I mean, sheesh, like, bro, pipe down a little bit. Like, $20 million for a season that you didn't even play that great is a lot. And I feel like if the Bengals can somehow, some way trade up for Kyle Hamilton, the Bengals defense is going to be top 5 in the NFL. Next, we have Andrew Booth Jr., the corner out of Clemson. Now, this is a guy who a lot of Bengals fans, as myself, hope the Bengals can draft, because he should be there at 31. To me, Andrew Booth Jr. is a top 10 player in the draft, and to me, he is my number 2 corner on my big board for all of the corners. He is pretty much good as any other corner in this class. He can pretty much do everything. He has the strength, he has the length, the athleticism for the corner position. That's quick feet. He can make those adjustments on routes. He's obviously a reliable corner for Clemson. I do have a little bit of concerns for him, because last year he got beat a lot by experienced route runners. Okay, he gave up almost 300 yards to guys that had amazing route running abilities. his recovery speed, like when I watch him, sometimes he gives a Eli Apple kind of vibe. Like he gets beat on deep plays. Now I feel like if he can just work on that throughout the NFL and progress as a player, Andrew Booth to me is the number one corner on any team that he goes to, and it's not even a debate. Andrew Booth is that good of a corner, and he's a guy that should go top 10, but I don't really see his name in the top 10 conversation for some reason. Like, this is an elite corner, and he's not being talked about enough through ESPN or anyone. Like, Andrew Booth Jr. is going to be one of the best corners in this entire draft class for the next decade. Like, when I see him, he kind of reminds me of Richard Sherman a little bit. When I watch side by side by this guy, Richard Sherman's the first guy that I noticed that Andrew Booth plays like. So again, this my second corner on my draft board. Any team that grabs Andrew Booth Jr. is going to get a stud in the number one corner. And then the next guy, we have another corner, Amari Rodgers, the corner out of Cincinnati, who's my number one corner on my big board for all the DBs in this draft class. Amari Rodgers, I mean, he has everything you can want in a corner. He's athletic, obviously, but his length, he is tall. Like, he's a big receiver. Like, you don't really find many guys his size that can move as quick and has the speed that he has. Ran a 4.11 at the combine. I mean, he's going to give you toughness and grit. He never gives up on the play. He has everything you can want as a lockdown corner. He's a tough tackler. Like, he's going to tackle if he has to. This is a guy that didn't allow a single touchdown since 2019 and has a passer rating when targeted 32.6. Like, that is crazy to say for a corner. And he's more of a zone cornerback. Like, he can adapt to man coverage, but he plays excellent as a zone corner. He's physical, and his speed is what I really love about Amari Rodgers. Now, this is a guy that at Cincinnati strictly played press corner. Okay, so any team that drafts him would need to have him on the island by himself as a press corner. That is his strongest ability and a little bit of a weakness, because, you know, he's not really used to zone schemes at Cincinnati. You know, all they said was, you know, Sauce, go over there, gonna have you on the island by yourself and go do your thing. So Amari Rodgers is going to have to adapt to some schemes, but if you can go to a scheme that, you know, allows press corner all day, Amari Rodgers will be way successful in the NFL. And Sauce Gardner, he reminds me of Jalen Ramsey a little bit. Like, they're pretty much exactly alike, and we all see how good Jalen Ramsey is, and we can only imagine how good Amari Rodgers is going to be in the NFL. Again, probably going to go in the top 10 as he should. He's one of the best players in number one corner in this draft. And the next guy we have is Devin Lloyd, the linebacker out of Utah. Devin Lloyd is a freak of nature. Like, he is a rare linebacker to see. Like, he is automatically, to me, is going to be an amazing linebacker in the NFL. Like, when I seen Devin White, the first guy I was thinking about why film studying this man is Fred Warner and Devontae Davis. Like, he's a mixture of the two. And Devin Lloyd is a guy that probably won't go in the top 10 or the top 15, but he'll probably go in the 20s. But I feel like with his ability, he's a good tackler in range. He has great mobility when dropping into coverage. He's great as a pass rusher coming off the edge. Like, I don't know what more you can want from a linebacker. Now, look, he definitely needs to improve. He does tend to take poor angles and runs. Mechanically, in coverage, he's all over the place, but I feel like the upside for Devin Lloyd is there. I feel like he's a high-risk, high-reward kind of guy. He was in Utah for 4 years. He played the inside linebacker position. He also played the edge position a little bit, but Devin Lloyd, to me, is just, he's a different kind of athlete. Like, just like Devin Lloyd is just different. When I watch him play, he is just a different kind of cat out there. And again, I think he has the ability to go top 10, which he probably won't. But he's going to be the steal of the draft for any team. And the next guy we have is wide receiver Chris Olave out of Ohio State. He is my number one wide receiver in the draft. I love Chris Olave. I feel like if the Bengals didn't go with Chase last year and went with Penei Sewell, I would have been the guy that would have been clamoring, draft Chris Olave. He is that good of a receiver. His route running is what I love about him. Like, I think that's one of his strongest traits in the entire NFL as a player. His route running ability, his in and outs, like, he's a fast receiver. Like, Chris Olave can pretty much do a little bit of everything. Now, he's not the most physical receiver. That's one of my concerns. He's not a guy that's going to go up there and go get it. He's not a T. Higgins. He isn't really a great contested catcher. Like, that's one of my other concerns. But I think he makes up for it with his speed and route running abilities. And watching him, he kind of reminds me of a little bit of Calvin Ridley and Odell Beckham Jr. Like, he has some of those traits that I was just talking about with those guys. So Chris Olave probably goes around top 15. I don't think he's going to be the number one receiver off the board. I think that will probably be Drake London from what I'm hearing. Like, it looks like this man is going to be the first receiver off the board. But Chris Olave, to me, is the guy that's probably going to go top 15. And again, any team that gets him is getting a number one receiver already. Like, Chris Olave is that good of a player. And the last guy I have is quarterback Desmond Ridder, my number one quarterback in the draft class. He's been my number one quarterback probably since, I would say, December. You know what I'm saying? I thought Desmond Ridder was like, all right, he's going to be a first-round pick. And a lot of teams and a lot of people in the NFL has him as the number one quarterback in the draft class. And I agree with them. I think Desmond Ridder is probably, one, the safest pick, and two, the best pick if you're going to go quarterback. Now, we all know quarterbacks go early. So if a lot of teams believe in Desmond Ridder, I think he will go earlier as expected. I feel like a team like Seattle could take a swing at him, or maybe even the Falcons. So Desmond Ridder can really go anywhere in this draft class. I think he is a round guy in my eyes. And Desmond Ridder, he pretty much can do about anything you can want in a quarterback. He has the mobility. If you watched him at Cincinnati, like, he's a very good athlete. He has a pretty much, I think, a strong arm. Yeah, he doesn't have the strongest arm in the class, but I think he has a good enough of an arm. He's very good in the pocket. That's one thing I like about him. And he consistently always reads through his progression. He looks at, if the first option isn't there, okay, bad, I'm going to look at my second receiver. So he reads the field really, really well, in my opinion, after watching some of the film on him. Now, look, he's kind of a skinny guy. I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't have like a lot of muscle. His accuracy is atrocious. Like, I mean, sheesh. Like, he needs to work on his accuracy a lot more. And he tends to like try to do too much if the play isn't there. Like, he will try to force things a little bit too much when he doesn't have to do necessarily. So it's just a couple of things that he needs to clean up. When I look at Desmond Ridder, he reminds me of Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson in the bunch. Like, those are the guys that I look at when I see him. I think he's a Pro Bowl caliber kind of quarterback. And again, he's probably going to go way earlier than a lot of people expect him to go. But there you have it. Those are my draft crushes and some of my favorite players in the draft class. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn that post notifications on. And I'm out. Peace.
They doubted me, man. I just want to make it. I gotta keep going. I can't make time and waste it. Sometimes I want to quit. No. I just want to win and see my niggas fall in a bad environment. Where the young niggas look up the old heads, commit crimes and shit. No, I can't get my soul lift. Make them then buy my block, then I'm gon' flip it all again. Told her bro they cool to live like us. They see some drugs and they gon' jump right out the guns. Man, I told all my little bros the streets ain't fun. A legend in this rap game. Man, I can die with none. Don't wanna go outside or watch my back, nigga. It's still fuck 12, they just wanna go around and attack niggas. And I cut off the little hoes, they just distract niggas. Build up a stool up in my crib and just make tracks with it. You doubted me.